Last time they couldn't hear you. Even some people didn't even hear you say, "Uh-oh."
Yeah.
They just heard you giggling.
Well, you also don't have a holding on button thingy.
What?
Starting.
Oh, well, I didn't even clean this off yet.
It's pollen. It's okay.
It's what?
Pollen.
I mean, I want to get this. I don't want distractions. Okay. So what do I say? What did we
Just
say
don't say, "Hey guys," because that's.
No, what did we say last time? YouTubers.
So,
What's up, YouTubers? Today, we're going to go over what I use to see what the suspension's doing. And I don't have a lot of things to data log. I do have Holley EFI, but I don't have shock sensors and all that stuff. So I'm going to show you an important tool that almost everyone has. All you got to have is someone that can hold a camera and knows where to hold the camera. And I'm using my wife, so she's already messing up. You're supposed to be low.
No, I'm not. You didn't start yet.
You're supposed to be low, like that. You got the angle? Can
Yep.
you see this good here?
Yep.
Okay, because that's what's important. Is we talked about this before, but you want to see from here to here. You want to see what the suspension's doing there. And then you also want to see what the suspension is doing here. We can watch how fast the front end rises and stuff like that. With iPhone, you can, just pause it and make it do slow-mo even on a regular recorded video. I'm not sure if the Androids do that. But yeah, the point is get a video at this angle. Hopefully my wife is filming at the correct angle. So when the car takes off, we'll see what it's doing. Now, again, this is what I know with this car. And if you run a radial, you're gonna get a lot of this same information is gonna work. On a slick, it can vary some, but I'll give you the radial stuff. So from this angle, you get you a good pit person, crew chief, whether if you have to resort to your wife, good luck, hopefully. But you get someone to record this, and we're gonna see what the suspension does. And what I'll probably do is I'll probably cut this video and then add like one of my passes. If you see my Real Teal Instagram, and I think it's on Facebook too, but almost every post I post will be on this angle right here. And that's the reason why those are the videos I have, because I use those for data. So that being said, follow me over here, babe. I'm gonna show them what they're looking for. You're so stupid. This is my new board my wife got for me. Well, it's not new. It's new to me. But anyway, all right. So from that angle, God, I'm not going to draw a car. But from that angle, when the car launches, we're going to look at, that's the fender. And that's the wheel. We're going to watch what it does here. And on a radial, we're going to want it to, like we talked about this before. I'm just going over this real quickly. That's the fender. We're going to want, that's the tire. Small gap, bigger gap. We're going to want that to extend. All right. So we kind of went over that before. And that's with that bar angle. These are the bar angles. At this point, it would be straight. At this point, the bar angle would be down. But when it launches, and then we're going to watch in the video, we're going to watch that it does that. So let's say we get the bar angle right. Y'all watched my video before. You got your bar angle. It extended, so it went like that. But then what happened is your tire it just jammed in the ground, and it put all these little wrinkles in there. And then the next time you see the tire, no wrinkles. So it slams the tire in the ground, wrinkles, and then no wrinkles. So what happens? Suspension goes up, bad things. And this is what I'm going to show you that video will show you next. If you haven't figured it out already, well, you put it up here. Okay. What that's going to do when we see that wrinkle in there, we're looking, remember that angle we got, you're going to see the tire tracks in the track. This is a bad thing. When you see this, and it'd be, you know, both tires. I don't want to get, I'm not an artist.
You're doing fine.
I should have made you draw. Okay, but what you'll see is like gray, shiny, gray, shiny, gray, shiny. That is a tire pressure problem. You're getting wheel hop. And then sometimes, and keep in mind, this could be a short distance. I mean, this could only be from here to here. This might only be like 4 feet. 4 feet. From here to here. And then spin, 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 spin. So what do we do? What do we do when we do that? When you see this right here in that video we were talking about, you saw that tire jam down and it crushed the sidewall, and then you get all this. Sometimes you won't even see it crush the sidewall. Sometimes you'll just get all that. That means your tire pressure's too low. And so many times, man, I see it time and time again. Even when I ran slicks, I ran a 2610 slick, I ran 2810 slick. You know, you hear all these guys, these old school guys, they want to run, you know, man, I run 10.5 PSI, or I run 12 PSI. In my experience, that is wrong even on a slick. On my slick, I ran 14.5 PSI. If the track was really tight, I'd go higher than that, because I would get that. What I'm talking about, I would get this. That is because it's crushing the tire and it's unloading the tire. It's gripping, it's spinning, it's gripping, it's spinning, and eventually it'll just spin. Or you shake your car to death and it pops out of gear or whatever. So that is one of the ways of telling on tire PSI. On a radial, like on my car, on radial, I'll run probably 17.5 PSI and up. That's the lowest. What are you doing?
Seemed important.
Okay. I run 17.5 PSI and up. If the track is real tight, you know, I'll run this over here, 18.5 PSI. I'm like, golly. I hope they can they even read? Can they tell it's a 5?
Yes.
Why don't you do this part?
Because I don't know the numbers.
Well, I could tell you the numbers. We could practice before. Most people probably practice. They don't just grab the video. Hey, you know, let's just make a video.
That makes it fun.
Okay, so let's go back over to here. What we learned? What are you doing?
You had to say about where they go.
That's not a good angle. Yeah, come. Look, like that. Well, no, maybe not that low. The center of the camera. Can you see me?
Yes.
All right. You seem real low. I've never seen
I'm short.
David get that low.
He's not short.
Anyway, that's too high. Okay. Just squat, but keep the camera to anyway. So you can see all this. We can watch this do this. We can watch what this is what I was talking about before. This is normal. If the tire hits and this crushes and the rim is down in here, man, that's what you do is you get wrinkles on this front side of this tire. And once it hits that wrinkle, it'll spin and then it'll catch and it'll spin and it'll catch. And so you'll get tire chatter right here. And with today's tracks, most of them, not all of them, but most of them, they're gonna prep for radial. Everybody's got a small tire car these days. The big tire cars for the most, if you got a big tire car, you're not watching this video. So your small tire guys, you guys are the ones going to the track. You guys are the ones that are going to request, complain, whatever you want to call it, to the track officials to prep the track, you know, put some more glue out there. So with all that glue, you don't need that 10 and a half, that 11 and a half, that 12 and a half PSI. You need more. So this is a tire pressure video. I mean, I guess people figured it out by now, but it's also a very important tool, and that's that video camera right there watching this front end. Because not only can we watch what this is doing, what the tire is doing, but we can also watch the front end. So the more I got the back end to extend, like we talked before, I got those better bar angles. The more I got extension here, the more I could slow this down here. Slow the front, slow down how much it rose, and well, how far it rose with limiters. Mine at this point probably doesn't rise more than, I don't know, the last pass was probably 1.25 inches, and that's it. That's all the travel I get out of the front end. And that keeps the front end down, which is a good thing, keeps the air out from underneath it. Because once you start going real fast, like my car for the longest time, in order to hook, we couldn't get separation back here. So we were using the front end to rise fast and transfer some weight. And then what would happen is that front end would get up, and then the nitrous would come in hard. And then the next thing you know, I'm dragging a 93 Cobra bumper in, I'm in tears. So anyway, yeah, so that's a very important tool. Find someone that has been around it enough that won't be afraid to get where my wife is now, get this camera going where they can see this angle, and use that data. Take those times. You'll just end up looking like I take on my phone and I just go through it slow and watch it. I watch what the car's doing. And then you can go back, if you data log, you can go back and see what your car's doing. Like my car, I can see I can watch my nitrous ramp come in that video. And I can go back to the nitrous progressant, and I can say, man, I can move this nitrous probably another, you know, 0.5 of a second, or no, not that much, but you know, I can remove it a couple numbers sooner because my front end is still low and the car is still hooking. So that's when you start playing with those things and weighing them against each other. And that is also very important. So no matter how much I talk and no matter how many times I tell you the settings on this car and what I'm doing on this car, you're gonna have to do it on your car. You're gonna have to take your car out there and you're gonna have to test. Now I'm bad about writing down data, writing down passes and keeping a book, but that's highly suggested. But at the end of the day, you gotta make a pass. You gotta make a pass date, what it 60 footed, what tune I had in the car, what tire pressure, what shock adjustments I had. In the next video, I'll probably get onto shocks. I don't want to bore everybody with the same crap over and over. But anyway, today we're going to look at tires because tires are very important. And also we talked about when it crushed the tire, we can slow the extension down. That's where it separates. So maybe it won't crush it as bad. But most of the time, from what I've seen, everybody's got too low a PSI to start with. So, but that's it. Is there anything you'd like to add, sweetheart?
No.
I didn't say any words that you wanted to make fun of me about?
No, I could hear you loud and clear this time.
No bolt holes?
No buttholes.
Okay. All right. So that's it, guys. In the comments, if you want to see some more stuff, different things, sun's in my eyes, or whatever, just let me know. I'll try to make these videos the best I can without being boring. But understand, my car, what I've learned won't work for everyone. Hopefully it will help you guys, you know, maybe get to that goal that personal best you're looking for, or maybe that hump you can't get over or whatever.
That's what she said.
Anyway, I'm putting you on here next time. I'm telling you.
Give them the thumbs up.
You're going to explain. You're going to explain all this. Yes. You're doing it. Bye, guys.